What were some of the most salient aspects of the NCM study, Mike, particularly when talking about so called attention metrics and how in cinema advertising stacks up against linear TV and CTV when it comes to moving the needle for marketers? I mean, you go to the movies, and the conventional wisdom is that people get there, they plop down, and they take out their smartphones, and they're just wedded to their smartphones until the movie starts, and are not necessarily paying attention to the ads that are running on screen. Is that sort of a myth that's developed in the marketplace?
Well, we tested that myth, and yes, we live in an attention economy. As I said before, when that half the population is getting bombarded just on television with 150 ads a day, never mind everything else that they're getting hit with. In this attention economy, what's more important than knowing if an ad was served to a home or an individual, it's actually more important to understand if the recipient of that ad actually engaged with that ad. So the good news is there are now companies that measure the relative attention of competing media platforms. Did you actually pay attention to the ad? And Lumen Research recently applied that approach to the movie-going audience in the US with eye tracking studies in the cinema to see if people in their seats, to your point, are they on their phones or are their eyes looking at the screen during the ads themselves? We weren't, concerned with whether they're watching the movies or not, but are they watching the ads, because we're serving that marketplace and want to make sure that there is great engagement to the advertising itself. And the findings were literally eye-opening, pun intended, as Lumen found that 97% of the moviegoers they tracked had their eyes on the big screen during the commercials. And that on top of that, they watched for almost 22 seconds out of every 30-second ad. So, by sake of comparison, other companies have studied attention on the TV screen at home, TVision, a prominent one. They found that as opposed to 97% that I mentioned in the movie theater, only about 35 to 38% of those on their couch are paying attention to the screen during the TV ads. And in that case, only for about 11 or 12 seconds versus the 22 seconds of the 30-second ad. So, and in fact, when the ads come on at home, often about a third of the TV viewers actually leave the room completely. So that old principle of opportunity to see really is opportunity to flee, as people in their home just get out of Dodge before, while the commercials are on, and go make a snack or go use the restroom. While in the theater, they are not only sitting in their seats, they are fully paying attention to the ads.